Welcome to Zelda Speed Runs. We have for you from the Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Rando Tournament 2025 a brackets round 1 game 2 matchup between Vix Rider and Toplife. I am VT Slacker. I'll be your restreamer and tracker on this race, and I'll pass it over to our commentary team of Trails and Elendar. Take it away, you two.
Hey, what's up, Elendar? We meet again, back in the Thunderdome, but this time we're watching over two other people we're racing.
Yeah, this one's gotta be great. This is one of the closest matchups of the first round. I have absolutely no idea. This was when I was building my bracket. This is the one I had the least clue over who was going to win. So hopefully we're going to see a game 3 out of this one.
Yeah, the game 1 that just concluded was a total nail biter. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time.
Both Vix and Toplife, sort of the two. Toplife had sort of been around a while, comes and goes. Vix, one of the big winners from when we started doing the new player tournaments, and we're off with Reflect Spell, Raft, Candle, 4 gems. This is like a very mid seed.
Yeah, and it looks like it's an Islands West, so this is going to be pretty interesting. 4 gems, so it's not going to be as fast as the first one. And no glove start, so they're going to have to dig around for that. There's going to be potential for wacky chain reactions and stuff like that, so...
Yeah, like always with Islands, the big question is going to be where's the boots?
Yeah, are the boots required? What's Thunder hidden behind?
Yeah, I definitely, you see a lot of these Island seeds where players end up picking up the boots early, but one of my races this tournament had Islands West, Islands East, 6 gemmer with no boots. I just didn't have boots the whole time. And it was a fun seed. It had a lot of cool layout stuff, a lot of cool exploration. But yeah, when you don't get the boots, it could be messy. What they did get is 500-point bags. Each of them got from a different spot a 500-point bag on that first drop. So gonna be
500 smackers.
If they can find a way to farm those, it's a good way to get up. Not as critical with 4 gems, but you still, with how bad GP can be, you want the extra experience.
Only 70-point red Dyra though, unfortunately.
That is a bad roll. Is there 100 vanilla, right? So that's a -1.
Yeah, but still, I mean, 500-point P bags dropping like rain.
Yeah, that's the second one for Vix, so they must be fairly common. Toplife going south, Vix went north. Big difference so far, but it looks like there's not a ton you can do the way Toplife went.
Yeah, these he found Medicine Cave. Both Dyra worth 70. Toplife gets his second 500 smackers. A third 500 smackers in the small enemy drop pool back to back to back.
It could be the extremely rare occurrence where that's the only thing in the pool.
Toplife just got a key drop. It must have been from a large enemy.
Yeah, so the way that the drop pools work, it first picks each item that's going to be in the drop pool, and then sort of each item that's in the drop pool gets assigned to at least one of the 8ths, and then the remaining 8ths are selected randomly. But in the very rare case, it is quite rare. It's like 1 in 128 seeds or something like that. One of the pools will have only one item, and so it's the only thing that drops. And for that to be a 500 bag would be absolutely wild.
You see Toplife grabbing shield, and I don't blame him after that. After the what he was just put through in the last seed. They had shield in the last seed, but man, that GP was something.
Yeah, especially for another 500 bag for Vix. Man, As I say, especially with the long GPs and how bad they can be, I'm just always gonna grab shield if I see it.
If or was Top Life just founded Peabag Cave, and it was in a really weird, awkward location off in the cut behind a bridge. So I wonder what's
If
in
this is an
here.
important item, this could be good news for him. It's a 500-point P bag. Who would have thought?
The race room should have been called 500-point P-Bag Bonanza.
Yep. Vix has crossed this bridge, and I don't know why. He can see that there's nothing on the other side.
Yeah, I was just about to say. And another 500-point P-Bag in the drop pool. Jesus.
I'm increasingly of the belief that that's the only thing in that drop pool is 500-point bags. So it's a very generous experience scene for our runners.
They're not going to be hurting for anything, any levels or anything. Where's that stinking glove?
I'm hoping for in P5. That's what I'm looking for. That's not P5, that's P2. Alright, hard container cave for Top Life. So we're seeing all the item caves, but sort of in opposite order of both these runners. Looks like everything is accessible without the boots. Nab that 500-point P bag on the way.
I think you're right. I think there's a 500-point P bag just in the drop pool. Just the whole thing, 500-point P bags.
Yeah, it's the chance for I don't remember exactly. I think the chance for each item to be in the drop pool is either 0.5 or 0.25%. And yeah, for one item to be the whole drop pool, you'd have to roll that item on and then every other item off, which is just a pretty rare occurrence, but it does happen. Rando is rando sometimes.
Yeah, I had one once where I think it was all one-ups. It was really weird.
Yeah, I saw someone who was a new player have that happen, and they were preserving their one-ups. They got up to like 30 or 40 lives or something like that. It's kind of funny. Okay, well, glove not in P5 confirmed. It's in the east, according to Vix's hint.
I thought that said go east for the medicine.
No, because that would be in the town. But Vix found a hint on.
Oh, you're slightly ahead. I need to refresh.
Oh yeah, go ahead. So we've got medicine, and glove potentially in the east. Okay, Top Life finds Trophy Cave and a 500-point P bag. And we've got 2 and 3 or 6 so far on the west. Okay, 4 is our last palace in the west, according to our fabulous tracker and restreamer. So yeah, both runners likely to just be covering, the same ground their opponent covered. We haven't seen any good reason to leave the west yet, but I think we've covered. I'm not like tracking or anything, but I think we've covered all of the item caves between both runners. And if that's the case, then no boots.
I'm having issues with the restream link. It's not really showing up.
Okay, so Vix gets any key. So possibility of boots continues in the palaces now.
Oh, here we go.
So if you do need boots to get off this continent, is it P2? Is it 3 or 6, or is it 4?
You
with
got
Reflect.
you got Top Life in Medicine Cave and
Yeah.
Vic's just leaving Grass Tile.
Yep, we're in sync now.
I feel like, I mean, I guess a Boots hint would be nice, but I feel like, getting the hint that medicine's on the west. And oh, here we go.
All right, here's our way off. This is the kind of a late find given how much both runners had explored, but let's see if this maze has a way off. Toplife gets his kid.
There was a cave. There was another cave.
Okay, there was another cave. I didn't see it. But Vix wisely deciding to find his items first.
Oh, and a maze bridge.
Oh, and a bridge. Okay, so this maze is the big junction point.
This could be bad for Top Life if he doesn't find this.
The good news is it's not like he was in the vicinity and he missed it. He just didn't check that corner of the map at all. So he'll probably find it eventually. Aw. I was hoping Vix fighting a red Lizalfo's hoping for something good, but he knows at this point that it's not the red Lizalfos you want to farm for experience, it's the stupid bots. Just grab some 500 bags.
Oh yeah, definitely. 100%.
Doubt we're gonna see any XP farming though.
If I find Boots, I think I up and go back to the west. Look around for that medicine.
Yeah, for sure. I think you probably take a peek inside the bridge, see where it leads, because there's a big difference between that bridge going to Death Mountain and that bridge going to the east. But we'll see in a sec here. Yeah, it is
definitely Death Mountain. I might still poke around and see if I find an early hammer cave because Boots could just be chilling there.
Yeah, he's still got his second item to get in the maze first. Oh, there's also the raft tile. Yeah, the maze is just full junction. And our runners started with the raft, so this is probably how you get east.
I think Top Life is in the area where Maze Island is.
Yeah, I think he has to go a little bit northwest. I think it's pretty much all the way in the northwest corner.
Yeah, he's right by that cemetery tile, which would give him the hint for the glove. Let's see if he gets it or not. I think either way, just naturally, he's going to run into the glove. But getting that hint, if you got that hint, you're going to go straight for the glove.
Yeah, the biggest way that the hint is going to change how you play is if you end up getting everything except for the basement and the basement 7 containers, and you have that hint and it's in the basement, there's a big difference between just looking for more stuff and knowing that you're on the container hunt.
Oh, Top Life has the medicine.
Oh, okay.
So he can get down stab and a fairy spell right now.
That is very nice. Less so for the fairy spell, more so for down stab.
Well, he can start beating the game. I think he can clear the entire west. What was it? Palace 4, Palace 2, and
3 or 6, yeah, was the last.
Okay.
So those are all reasonable to do, but if he searches a little bit more, he's gonna find the any key, which would be pretty big because he only has one cast of fairy right now.
I think Vix gave up on the second item in the maze.
He did end up getting it, but I missed what it was.
Oh, he got it?
Yeah, I saw him dropping down. It looks like it was no, he had that container.
Interesting.
Let's see, he has it marked. Oh, it was a P-Bag. Okay. Just another 500 points.
Well, Vix
it's not very valuable. Those are pretty common in the seed.
Vix looks back on the west.
Yeah, he wants that medicine for downstab, I guess. I mean, we know it's accessible.
Oh,
but
I think he thinks Bagu's required.
I don't know.
Any key for top life. The
He
rich keep
was,
getting richer.
yeah, he was right next to the raft tile. He could have just gone east, man. Especially, like, I want to just go to east in general, but especially already having a hint that the glove is in the east. I'm not gonna pass up the east if I'm right there.
Man, Vic's rider missed everything by the Maze Island connector. There was the any key just sitting right there.
Yeah, well now Top Life is right next to the maze. This is right where it is. It's right next to Saria.
I think Top Life cleared the entire west. All
Yeah,
the items.
I think so. I'm a little surprised he didn't go into Saria. They started with a spell from Saria, but I think you really want to just check. You want to check that first hint. It was right at the start of the town. I think it's probably worth jamming in there. Just grab the hint and then leaving. That's what Vix did, and I think it's
Here's the second item. It's just a bag.
Not even 500 points. Rude.
I know, right? Get that shit out of my face.
50 is just not an amount that's going to do anything for them at this point. Both runners sitting are pretty comfortable, 4-5-5-ish before even walking into palaces. So that means that they're either going to be, in the like level 6 or 7 range on everything heading into GP, or, they're going to start burning gems.
If I'm these dudes, I'm probably considering, well, especially Top Life, I'm considering going just upping and aiming back to the west and just wiping that bad boy out.
Yeah, well, I mean, now that he's seen both the bridge and the raft is here, he's gotta be thinking about the east.
Yeah, but I don't know, if GP is not on the west, just do it.
Yeah, GP is with GP being on the maze. If they do get the boots, it's not going to be that big a deal. Okay, so Top Life with a much more efficient routing on the maze only had to clear about half of it and got both items, where Vix basically full cleared it. So another gain for Top Life, pretty firmly in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, he walked directly to item number 2. And I think Vix is about to get his medicine now. I think this might have been the cave that he got his medicine in.
Yeah. Top Life thinking about Death Mountain, not interested.
Oh, Vix does have the any key. Okay.
Yeah, he got the any key on his pretty early into his second trip in the West.
If I know anything about Vix gaming, I'm pretty sure he's probably just going to try to clear out the west. I mean, possible 3, 4, and 2. It just sounds like easy money. Possible 5 and 6 on the east. I mean, I'd much rather do 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, for sure. All right, so Top Life checking out the east.
And having 5-5-5 before even entering a palace. Jesus.
Pretty crazy. All right, Vic's got his medicine. He's going to have parry. He's going to have down stab. First palace sighting for Top Life in the east. We're going to see what it is.
A P1 would be attractive.
Yeah, I don't hate a 3 or 6 either. I might have done. I guess with the glove hint, I don't blame Top Life if he's like, I really want to get the glove before going into palaces.
Here he goes, man. This is the play right here.
Yeah, I like it. You've already got Reflect. You've already got plenty of levels. You've got Down Stab. Just go. Well, you gotta do palaces eventually. You're right next to him. No reason to come back later.
I don't think he has Down Stab yet, but he did get the fairy spell.
Okay, he didn't go and get Down Stab.
And you take this drop 100% of the time.
Oh yeah.
He missed it, but what he doesn't realize is this is what you're supposed to do in this situation.
Looks like it just loops, but that's good information to have.
Yeah, like it's supposed to take you out of the palace.
Oh.
I would take the drop again just to double check, because sometimes that can happen.
Yep, that's what he's doing. Yep, nothing there. This is just full glow block. All right, top life in P6 confirmed.
And it is P3 on the west, so it'll be 2, 3, and 4 over here. I'm fine with skipping 4 because that palace tends to suck anyway. But getting 2 and 3 out of the way is definitely the move, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to just go back and go east and just do whatever palaces were on the way back to the maze. Especially once I find one glove bug palace, I'm just worried about getting burned by more glove blocks. The one in P4 was very early, very easy to just disregard. You don't lose a lot of time on it, but
Yeah, Vix is at the point where he's just sticking his nose up at 500 point P bags, and I don't blame him.
yeah, I mean, they're gonna be at crazy levels. Like, they've got plenty here. Once you get attack 5, I think it's really all you need. And Vix has got it, and Top Life's gonna have it in one more bag.
Or one more Barba.
Oh, good fairy save on Top Life's side. This room is not bad if you want to take your time. As soon as you try to go fast, it'll get you. Vix with an item room. Womp womp.
I would go back for that.
Did he not grab that flute? Yeah, this is he's got no boots islands. This is the biome that is most likely he is going back for it. I don't know. Yeah, islands with no boots is the most likely situation to require you to have a flute.
Spell not linked with fire.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything about the fire dash situation at all so far.
Straight into the boss.
Easy peasy. And attack 5 is just gonna melt.
He's gonna get life 6 off this gem.
It's using the jumping stab. I'm a big proponent of the rising crouch stab. Where you can hit him a couple times in one jump and it knocks you off. Just do 2 stabs, do a block, do 2 stabs, do a block.
Yeah, that's definitely the play. I think you get like up to 3 or 4 stabs per cycle.
Yeah, if you have down stab, you can go pretty crazy with it. But even if you don't, you get a pretty safe 2 stabs per cycle, and you just don't get hit. And Top Life's P6 proving very rude. Found a couple of dead ends so far.
P6 is very kind of wishy-washy. Sometimes it's like first room Barba. Other times it's like you're in there for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, especially with 4 gems, is this also? He can clear this with fairy, but he's gonna have to take a death. Yeah, it's one of those things that with only needing 4 gems, as soon as you see it's P6, you're kind of thinking maybe, well, do I even want to do this palace at all? But at this point, he probably feels like he's committed here. If I only have to place 4 gems, I really do want them to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Especially starting with Reflect.
Here's the zero wing community hint. No pom-pom shaking around here.
Absolutely love community hints. Oh, okay. Top Life getting the room that looks like a boss room at first, but very quickly you realize it is not a boss room. It is in fact just more junk. Oh, this room kind of stinks for Top Life. Just a lot of projectiles everywhere.
Yeah, they only have 3 hearts. I wonder if there's any hearts lying around on the overworld. so far we've seen nothing.
Yeah, the fewer hearts you have, the more chance there is for there to be hearts laying around. But I feel like in a lot of tournaments this seed, we've seen runners, start with a low amount of hearts and then they just don't find anything.
I know Vix is relieved to see the item room, and then there's windows saying it's P3, or just validating that it's Palace 3.
Yeah, definitely better than 6, and not a bad jar to pick up. I think that gives him 2 casts of Fairy if he wants them, just a bunch of extra safety. Plus, knowing the glove is in the east, not having idea how many containers you need, every container you pick up is a little bit of a breath out, being like, okay, I'm not going to get screwed on Granny having a glove.
Yeah, if Vix finds new Kasuto and she says 6 jars, then they might be in a bit of a pickle, especially if one of the jars are like in P4 behind the glove block and the other is deep in Death Mountain, like behind. Well, Spec Rock is right there, but you know what I mean. The magic containers can randomize in really unfortunate locations sometimes.
Oh, for sure. So not a bad P3, about maybe say about average for Vix here. But gets the item, gets the boss. No problem in the corner.
And this P6 has just been giving Tops the business.
Yeah, and if Vix decides not to do P6, especially now that he's done P3, when he reaches that palace, he's going to know that it's P6. Pretty strong chance Vix just decides not to do it, and that's going to gain him a bunch of time.
Yeah, with only 3 hearts, you definitely take that life level. I don't care if you're close to another attack level. Attack 5 is more than adequate.
Yep. And so now Vix is out. And it looks like he's just going back to the maze. Not going to go back to do P4. I guess it's glove block. That's the glove block one, so.
First blood and second blood. Top's still waiting to put one on the board.
Yeah, and he's been in this P6 for the entire the time it took Vix to do 2 and 3.
Yeah, I mean, fortunate for Top though, 2 and 3 were 2 was 2 rooms. You go in, you're immediately in the item room, and then the first room on the right is the boss room, and it was basically the same with P3.
Yeah, so Vic's gonna be in P6 in a second here. Big question for him: is he gonna turn around and just nope out and be like, I gotta place 4 gems, I'm not doing P6? And if that's the decision that he makes, then he is gonna be well in the lead at this point.
I'd probably fairy feed these encounters.
Yeah, for sure. He's got enough magic to cast fairy at least twice. No reason not to.
Plus, no cross. There's flying eyeball moas, invisible flying eyeball moas in there.
All right, and that's the best decision Vix could have made this whole seed. Found P6, turned around and left. Don't remember what this was for Vix, but I know Toplife already did this cave, so. Life 6 for Toplife, though. Life 7 for Vix. Absolute safety. All right, we got Trophy. Trophy was life spell. I don't think they're going to be going back for that one.
I mean, he may, with only 3 hearts, it might be useful in GP. If it's not too out of the way.
Yeah, especially if they didn't have shield, maybe. But, I don't know. I'm a big fan of just cast shield every room. Vix is a big fan of getting absolutely bopped by this Moa.
Hey Zipmeister, welcome in. Hope you like Sadness and Zelda 2.
We got a lot of that. Vic's been making some good progress here. Toplife has been stuck at P6 forever. No, Vix, don't do it. Don't go into P6. It's a trap.
Who knows? He might go the right way the first time. You never know. There's, it looks like it might be this left.
Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, you can always just go the right way, but this is the biggest time gain he could have gotten is skipping this palace. I have, man, when you've got only 4 gems to place, I really don't want to do 5 and 6. Maybe he's just trying to get this level and then leave. See if there's a free boss right away. Cool. Otherwise, just skip it.
Yeah, the thing is, Barbara could be like right here and free. So that
could also be 50 rooms later.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, not 50, but I think the high end on E6 is like 28 or something like that. That's a lot of rooms.
Oh, he up and aid? Weird decision. He was deep in there, and he's going back in.
He only had 1 life left. He was on his last life. He carried his experience going in. I understand him like getting the level. Man, I thought he was just going to get that level and then leave.
He's going left.
Okay, I believe left was the right way to go. Toplife finally finishes 100%ing this P6.
Yeah, if I were him, I would go behind Barbara just to find the item. I do think this is the right way, though.
Man, if Vix does manage to go the right way, it was absolutely worst case scenario for Toplife.
There's that weird elevator room that's it's the bottom elevator room that's got the breakable blocks on both sides like stacked, and if he goes left there, that's straight to Barbo. This is 100% the right way, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember at all, so... Well, these 500s, Vic's gonna get a double level on Barbo, probably. I still would just be skipping this P6. I don't understand why both runners decided to commit a bunch of time to P6 and a 4-gemmer.
Could have a heart container. Yeah, if he goes left here, Barbo is right there.
Well, he didn't. Alright, Toplife puts 1 on the board. 1 gem placed, 557, no big deal.
If he goes back down, once his dead ends, and if he goes back down and goes left, he's in great shape. And Toplife is gonna go behind Barbo because the item has to be here. Yeah.
There can't be that many more rooms.
There it is. This could be the boots, it could be a heart container.
Boots would be huge. Heart container would be nice. That's the worst. That's the actual worst.
He should know this is a dead end. This is the dead end P3 room with the small item on the end.
Yep.
Oh my god, he's gonna up an A. That is so bad. Okay, he's getting out of there.
A wise decision. Just leave.
Here's P1.
Yeah, I don't blame him for going in the first time when he was like really close to a level, just trying to get the level. But I would have left immediately after that first up A once he got the level.
He was so close to Barba though, like only like 2 rooms, and he doesn't even realize it.
But also, he from his perspective, he can still be 20 rooms away.
That's true. I think Toplife got the shittier end of the stick out in this deal.
Yeah, like he's got to get the glove anyway. Like, and he could do P5 if he really doesn't want to do P4 because of the glove block. Doesn't want to go back to it. But especially if they get the boots, like making it back to the maze for GP is not going to be that big a deal.
P5 doesn't always have to be long either.
Yeah. It is on average about a room longer than P6. It is the longest palace, but oh, that's dead end. Definitely the most common dead end to see because there's so many of them in vanilla.
Yeah, and this one has been kind of a labyrinth. I mean, I've seen tons of different intersections and different pathways, different rights, different lefts.
Speaking of labyrinth, top looped all the way back to the start. Gonna go left now at the start. Yeah, wow, there are a lot of forks in here. Okay, so you just go left and then all the way up, and here you are. Pretty quick clear for top life. Vix finds a different way.
Incredible.
But gets the clear at the same time. There was just so many forks they had to loop into each other, and Vix just coming from the right instead of coming from the rather from the left instead of from the elevator. So neck and neck here. Aside from Vix having one extra gem placed.
Not only does he have one extra gem place, but he's got some. Look at how he's got 668 to the 567 over there.
That is absolutely crazy.
Stacked like a Big Mac.
Oh, for sure. I don't know how many more levels Vix is even gonna try and take. At this point, you might as well just burn them. Nope. There's the item. Goodbye.
I love that item room. I love when you can see the item and you don't have to like go for it.
Oh yeah, it's very cool. Toplay found that looks like that's the hammerwoods hanging out in that lava there. No hammer yet though.
It's the single screen pass-through cave with flying enemies. And Vix has the hint for the glove. I don't believe Top Life does, but if he continues on, he'll organically just walk into the glove.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere around here. I do appreciate the old double islands, no boots, like you actually making our runners work to route around here.
Yeah, for each one of those P bags and one-ups that we find in these palaces, there's a heart removed out of the game.
Yeah.
And Vix has the whistle. Let's see what happens when you blizz it. It's a town.
Oh man, if this is New Kasuto, this could be incredibly huge. It's not.
Well, he didn't even look at it.
He's already got that one. That's Spell. They started it.
Oh man.
The only town in the east where they started with the spell. Vix, you guys can't see Vix's cam, but he looked very, very upset when he found out what town that was, because that could have been a huge advantage for him if it was Thunder or New Kasuto, but unfortunately it was nothing.
We got a grass tile or a desert tile setting.
Ooh, okay. Top taking an intentional death to get his fairy feet up. Vix missing the fairy feet. Gonna try again. There's the glove. Okay. So neck and neck on glove. There's the River Devil, another possible advantage for Vix Rider if that's important. But it's not, because Thunder is right here in Old Kasuto, and Top Life putting himself in what has to be go mode at this point.
Yeah, they know where GP is, but the thing is, they don't have the jump spell. If the whistle leads to the jump spell, then advantage Vix Rider. I mean, already advantage Vix Rider, but even greater advantage because the jump spell is huge. Yeah, they don't have upstab either, but they both have the kidnapped child though.
Yeah, Well, unfortunately, Top Life didn't quite see that River Devil, or Vix didn't quite see that River Devil.
He
But
probably will once he leaves here. It's just a
yeah,
tile or two to the east.
it's one of those things. If you've got the flute and you see the River Devil potentially required, okay, yeah, he turned around on. Don't know how relevant this is, but at the very least, it's a shortcut back to this path. But I think they may have already been in this area already. Maybe I'm wrong.
There it is.
I am wrong.
There is the answer. That's going to be the jump spell, and Vix is going to be the only one to have it.
With a jump spell and upstab.
Huge advantage for Vix.
I mean, even ignoring the fact that Vix already has a huge advantage with an extra gem placed. Yeah, River Devil actually contributing in this seed, the rare occurrence.
And by process of elimination, we know that that's Palace 5 right here that Vix, or that Top Life is about to run into.
Which is a bit rough. You know, in a 4-gemmer, ending up doing both P5 and P6. He could just skip out on it, go back west. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Oh yeah, just knock out 2 and 3. He might be done before Vix Rider, because 2 and 3 were like bing bang boom done.
Yeah, we don't know how. Probably Vix, once he gets this upstab and the jump spell, it's just going to up A and go back to 4, presumably. We have no idea how long that is. It was glove blocked really early. Back in Zelda 1 here, 10th enemy has the bomb.
Burn the witch.
Drops.
Burn the witch, because here comes Vix Rider.
Yep. I like it. Don't why do 5 or 6? Only need to place 4 gems. Just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy peasy.
Oh man, but if Top Life goes into 3 right after this, he might be in GP first.
3 and 2 were both real quick. Top Life gonna have a flute and then an up A. But don't go back. Just take the up A. He doesn't care.
Well, it's actually good news for him because the helmet head is just right here. And that's the same thing with Palace 3. You go down, there's the item, and then you go 1 room to the right, and there's the boss.
Yeah, so the big question here is going to be, how quick is this P4 for Vix? You know, we could see Karok basically right on the other side of this glove block, or it could be, you know, on the order of about 10 rooms longer. P4, a pretty quick Palace on average, but it can roll high. Vix misses the jump again, not going to cost him a ton of time to just loop around. So we're going to see, regardless of how long P4 takes, probably both runners into GP real close to each other.
Yeah, Top Life's going for that life spell, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Vix Rider going for it as well. No hearts in this seed.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. And they checked most of the things. We never got a new Kasuto sighting anywhere. So there could be one hiding there or something, but we're never gonna know.
I mean, we could always pop the hood. Oh, yeah. Here's an item for Vix Rider out of P4.
All right. Is it a heart? It's a heart!
Oh my god, that could, like, really... Well, here comes Top Life. If GP is free and Top Life's in their first, GG's.
Yeah.
Are they up for a game 3 right after?
I don't know.
I could do another one.
We'll ask the runners when they're done here. 3 races can be a lot in a row. Alright, Magic Container from Top Life in P3. It's going to even the both out at 6 containers.
Yeah, and the same thing. Rebenak, right here. Or one more room over.
And we're hoping for a Karok here for Vix. Keep it close. There we go. You gotta actually cast Reflect there. So yeah, gonna be neck and neck into GP just at this point based on how long it takes them to walk there. All right, Magic 7, not desired for Vix, burns a gem. Top Life probably gonna take this if it's life 8. But just because of the way you have to route to get to the maze to get to GP, Top Life might be a little bit ahead here. I don't remember the way you have to go through these islands. Oh yeah, man, Top Life's all the way on the west here. He's like a screen and a half ahead of Vix.
Yeah, if this GP is free, then GG's. But if there's some shit with it, definitely advantage Vix.
Oh, is Vix gonna get Life Spell? Okay, this is gonna put him behind some more. Let's see what gate up time is. It's gonna be 45-40. And we're just gonna see what GP looks like.
Man, jump spell is so cracked in GP. Like
it is. I definitely have learned to respect it a lot more. That's Vix's big advantage at this point is having. And speaking of jump spell being cracked, look at this room. Look at this first room for Top Life.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't know if these two know the trick. If you roll your finger from B to A, you can break blocks above you.
Yeah, it's a little tricky to do without jump, but you can pull it off. Top Life does manage to make it way easier though if you just had jump in this room.
It's only one bar for life.
Oh, and more birds! Man, one jump spell for Vix is going to just catch him up immediately in this first room.
Yeah, this is going to be a blazer for Vix Rider here.
Yeah, jump and upstab both really helpful for navigating these waffles.
Also, jump and upstab both blocked by the whistle, which only Vix Rider managed to dig out early on, which is basically free. But Darunia was behind the River Devil, but if Dark Blink is right here.
Yeah, the more time they're in here, the more Vix Rider is going to catch up, probably, but we've seen a big fork, and the more big forks you see, the more it's really just anyone's race. There's no way of predicting.
Vix is going to end up doing laps around Top Life here if there's any length to this GP at all.
Yeah, and Vix immediately demonstrating the power of jump, right? Like, birds? What birds? I'm just going to go high and disregard them.
But advantage Top Life now because he's, I don't know, 3 rooms ahead or something.
Yeah, I mean, if they both end up on the same path.
Oh, this room here is going to be costly without jump.
Yep. But Vix decides to take the same route all the way up the elevator and to the right. Not going to take that first right at the 4-way. This room sucks.
I hate this room. This is the one, like, people always talk about the key room. This is the one I hate the most.
That first jump I have missed so many times.
It's too tight.
Yeah, I like, if I have Fairy, I will basically always just cast Fairy in that room. Being a casted fairy, Vix almost ends up in the lava because it saves himself at the last second.
The hitboxes on those giant GP skull bubbles is absurd. They can be like an inch away from you and still hit you.
Yeah, somebody mapped it out. They're basically like 12 squares where they're not, the hitboxes don't stick out so far on the corners, but on the top, bottom, left, and right, they stick out like a ton. There's been a little bit of discussion, at least, about whether we want to try and fix the hitboxes of some of the enemies where the hitboxes are real dumb. But nothing's been done yet.
We could see some divergence here. Vix could go down, top one up.
Yeah, down, up, both reasonable options. I think they both go right. But yeah, with top being a couple rooms ahead here, Vix is going to have to distinguish himself at some point. He's either going to need top to take a game over or to take it a different way here. But so far they've just been on the same route exactly. Thinking about going down briefly, but yeah, no, just on the same route here. He's catching up a little bit with some quicker combat, but so he was about a minute behind coming in here, so. Oh, dead end.
They both are going for fairies, just in different rooms. I think they're about to be in the same room. Vix is only like two or, maybe 2 rooms behind.
Yeah, he's definitely been catching up. Like I said, that up stab and jump spell, both saving him a bunch of time.
I love this room with the lava.
Oh yeah. And top knows the strat. If you're gonna go for the jar, jump over the top first, free the bird from behind you, not in front of you.
Oh, and it's a dead end. I think you up an A from here.
I think so. I think you up an A, go left. That's what he's doing. Vix also finding that same dead end. It's the jar. It's a nice pickup. Is he going to go right? He's going to go get a fairy. Yep, and as expected, top life with the up A going left.
Yeah, it was quite a few rooms back to get to that area that had the junction. The shitty lava room that you and I both can't, or you and I both hate.
Yeah, not a fan of it. Top life finds more waffles. What a surprise.
This is the nice one, though. I don't know if he knows the strat to get around this blue guy, though. He can break the blocks above to be able to stab him a bunch of times. And with attack 6, let's see. Oh, wow. It looked like 8 hits. I mean, it's free, but you got to know the strat. Yeah, he knows the strat.
Yeah, he's just going to wait up on top of the 4th block. It's a little slow, but it's safe. But slow and safe is a problem when Vix Rider has also taken the up A. Probably also going to go left here. And once again, on the same path as Top Life, but catching up room by room. If he can get through this waffle room more quickly with jump spell, then that's probably going to tie him up.
Yeah, Vic's definitely going to catch up here.
Oh, takes a bad drop, but
they're about to be in the same room.
Yeah, this is what you were talking about with the jump spell, right? Like almost all of Vic's catching up here to Top Life has been jump spell saving him from having to spend too long in these rooms, and he was 4 or 5 rooms into start, and now he's 1, and it's another waffle room for him to catch up on.
Yeah, if this GP was free though, Vic, Top Life would have definitely won.
Yeah, for sure.
And it still could be like Dark Link just right here. Oh, the up
Oh, it's
stab
not
block.
an up stab. Oh man, if that's it, this is over. Because not only does Top not have up stab, he doesn't have the flute to get up stab. He is so far from having up stab.
No, you got the flute.
Did he get the flute? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
he
was
has
in
no
P2.
choice at this point. I think he's doing the right call for him, which is just turn back and go to that other fork and pray you don't need upstab, because if you do, you have already lost this race.
There have been several races where upstab was required. At the one in the race I was in, even.
Yeah, I had one race this tournament where upstab was required, but you started with it, so wasn't that big a deal.
I would just thunder this room.
Yeah, with not having jump. VT saying upstab was required game 1.
Oh, he's absolutely right.
I didn't catch game 1. I was still asleep.
Upstab and bird both required.
Yeah. And we still haven't seen bird too. Like, could absolutely be required. Alright, so Top Life back in this first 4-way junction.
It was a dead end, dude. It was a total dead end.
Nobody went right here. Here's the magic key required room, or at least having a key required room. No problem with the magic key.
Oh my god, is Top Life going to force a game 3?
It's looking pretty likely at this point, but here's Thunderbird to block the way. Doesn't have to take a death, though. That's nice.
I don't think he can cast Reflect. He can cast Shield.
Yeah, Shield's okay. Actually, even at Life 8, I'm not sure Shield is going to be enough to make it so it's not a one hit at one bar, but maybe. Thunderbird just hits so friggin' hard.
I like those dodging strats he did.
Yeah, good dodging strats, but shield not enough.
Yeah, I think Vix has an extra magic container, so he may be able to cast both. Actually, no, I don't think he needs one more magic container.
Well, they're gonna be both in Thunderbird's room in a second here. Second hit for Top Life. He's got to be careful.
What just happened? Did yours go down?
No, I'm still good. Top Life has taken down Thunderbird. Vix just starting. Oh, we've got a fork. We've got a fork right after Thunderbird. Who knows what's the right way? Top Life gonna go right and not up. No clue what the right way is. Right and up, both continuing right. But Vix gets Thunderbird down first try. So if Vix goes up here, then, I mean, that's going to almost certainly decide the race. Just on going the right way.
Top keeps on finding all these elevator rooms, though.
Yeah. Okay, so they're on different paths now. So this is probably going to be the race here, is which way was the right way. Is this a drop for Vix?
You do not. Actually, I don't know if I'm not sure if we've seen a drop room. I would seriously consider that. He's sitting there, and I know it's bothering him right now. He's probably thinking to himself, "What do I do here?" Oh, we have seen a drop room. That's right. We saw the dead end drop room.
Yeah.
With the 50-50 jar.
Yeah, I think there's no way You can take that drop, which is unfortunate for him because it's just more time he's losing.
Yeah, that's true. He's got to know that top life's in here too.
I mean, there was still that fork. There's a tea room coming up here that he could go a different way than top life.
There was also the other way where Thunderbird wasn't required and just left it the 4-way.
Yeah, that's still available as an option.
This is totally a long GP. There's no way.
Oh yeah, we've already seen enough rooms. It's got to be long GP. Oh man,
it never feels good to see a drop after Thunderbird.
What sucks is that for so much of this GP, Vix has been on the same route as Top Life and just a little bit behind. He caught up for a bit, but then he probably lost it all, taking that top route, finding the drop.
2 lefts. Which way do you take the red pill or do you take the blue pill? Ooh, swish.
Just fall down the hole.
Which is actually the best play you could have right now.
Yeah, with a bird up top, just dig down here. You might want to back up a bit and bait the bird. There he goes. Easy.
Nothing but net.
Oh
my god. Oh my god, dude.
That's like a second drop exit.
Well, at least it's close to a second left. So all he's got to do is make it through here.
I think the only way Top Life has left at this point is that left at the 4-way. Maybe I missed something here after Thunderbird that he could do. He certainly seems to have an idea where he's going. Oh, he's got this left. I don't think he's done.
It might be that drop room. Vince is going to find that same dead end.
Yeah, and that's the thing about drop rooms, right? Like, they could take you absolutely anywhere. How many lives does Top Life have left? Still 2 more. He finds his drop exits, thinking about the jar, gonna go get it. At least make an attempt.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that this is... You know, yeah, it helps, but I feel like you got to be a bit more aggressive here. I guess he's playing with house money right now. With he gave Top Life the first black eye, so
yeah, you definitely feel a lot less bad when you're up a game in a situation like this, and just trying to do your best to get it clear. And if you don't, well.
Here's an elevator room for Top Life, though. This could be it right here.
It's time. Man, Vic's still on the same path as Top Life. Top gonna have to take a death here. No, don't kill that enemy. Oh, we had enough! 34 at Magic 6, just barely. I was gonna say, if you need to take a death, don't kill that enemy. You need him.
I think Vix barely has enough, too, as long as he doesn't cast any more magic.
Yeah, but unfortunately, like, every time Vix ends up just taking the same way as Top.
Top Life's about to game over.
Life, though. Yeah, this is spooky. Because again, no jump. Gonna have to make it through these birds without. There's a number of slow strats you could do to be a little bit safer trying to trap the bird, but that's just more time he's going to bleed away.
I would just fight him at this point.
Yeah, or like I said, you can try to get him to jump over you and sort of trap him a little bit in that right side. You can get out eventually, but it gives you enough delay time that you can make a safe path through the waffle. Yeah, just not making that 3 black jump he's trying to do.
And here comes Vix.
Yep.
And that's a game over for Top.
That is... It's huge. in the sense that now Top is absolutely going to go back to that 4-way and go left.
Yeah, that could be the answer easily.
Yeah, it's just with these long, not Thunderbird required GPs, like it could just be anything. We have no idea of knowing until we find it.
Oh, this is so brutal to have a spicy up top there.
Yeah, Vic's figuring out the strat though. You want to just break one block, put him on even level with you, and just stab him in the face.
Top must have forgotten that he has Thunder Spell, or maybe one Thundercast won't kill those red bird knights.
Yeah, I don't know if either runner has tried it. Obviously, on Vic's side, if you have jump, you just jump. But
there have definitely been times in the past where, oh my god, 2 drop rooms.
2 drop rooms and 2 drops. At this point, if you Vix, you gotta take it. It's gambling time. And does it lead to something new? It does.
We haven't seen this room yet. Oh, it's the top of the
room. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the top of that room.
Just takes you to the top. And top life is going left at that 4-way like we thought. See, I think it's the only way he has left to go aside from all the way back through Thunderbird. And it's another junction for Vix. Come on. They're both lefts.
This is unbelievable.
This GP is cruel.
And another dead-end drop room. I mean, he's got another junction just back of you.
Just go back, go down, go left.
Oh my god, he up and ate.
Well,
that could have been... He could have been so close. I don't know, but Top Life went left, and this is the same elevator room. He must have dead-ended pretty quickly.
Okay, so I think he's got like one more junction he could take after Thunderbird.
There was the right at the Jackamus room. In the Jackamus room, if you go down, you can go right.
Yeah, VT's saying he might have thought it's a loop. It is possible, but I think you need to check some more rooms to confirm.
Well, not just that. There was another drop over there.
Yeah, right? I don't know. And it's one of those things like, even if there's like 3 drop zones and 3 drop exits in a palace, like you can have as many drop zones as you want. Like there's no limit to the there has to be at least as many drop zones as there are drops, but the other way around is not true. You can have, 10 different drop zones and 3 drops and just, the one correct drop is going to take you there. And
this is the drop. This is the drop right here.
I think you got to gamble on it. I mean, this GP is so bad. I think you got to check every drop. You got to go gambling.
I think we've seen this one.
We've seen a room that looks like this. Yeah, it looks like that's what this is.
Oh, wait a minute. No, this looks different.
Is that have we not seen? It's hard to tell.
I don't think we've seen this one.
Kingbots can despawn pretty easily. I don't know. This is very hard to remember GP at this point. Okay. What? That can't be the same L7 room though. Oh no, it can be the same L7 room. Yeah. This Top Life is now where Vix was when he save and quit. Because Vix dropped into that L7 room. Top Life dropped into that top room.
Top Life is ahead now. This could be the room connected to Dark Link.
I think this is it. Yeah. This is certainly a new way. Yeah, Vix thought this was a loop, and it's not. Unless I'm wrong. I could be wrong. This is starting to look a lot more like a loop. Yeah, I think we've been here. Top Life must have recognized that L7.
Well, then it has to be down at the Jackamus room. If he goes left here, and then down, like the Jackamus room is one room left. If he goes left in this room and goes down, he's on the right path.
Yeah. It's so hard to remember, where the loops are in this GP. where different rooms go. Top life's going up. I mean, I don't know if he's seen this way or not.
Maybe the Jackmas room was this way. Okay, yeah, it was this way. All right.
Okay, so if they're heading to the Jacobus room, then Vix. Now, after all of that, Vix is just going to be a couple rooms behind. Or maybe he can catch up. But at this point, there's not really anywhere else to go.
Yeah, probably after this.
Oh no, Vix Rider's going down here.
He's gonna see that drop room, the other side of it.
Yeah, he just didn't recognize that this is where that loop is, and he's gonna find out quickly. It's so hard to remember the structure of these long GPs, especially with a bunch of drops. I don't blame him for getting a little confused.
I think he recognizes that this is the drop room that he dropped into.
Yeah, he's now realizing that path he was on isn't the loop he thought it was. It's instead a different loop that is this loop that he's on now. And he knows that whole section is useless.
First one to go down in the Jackmas room, which is right here. Because up was the dead end 50-50. Similar to game one, I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
Yeah, it's so baffling. Man, Top Life has had 2 fails in a row now. That stupid 50-50.
This is the dead end, so it was left in that stupid fairy room.
Top Life taking a death, missing the 50-50 once again. Both runners on their last life. Top decides, forget it, I'm just up in.
Yeah, he's got that terrible chicken room first door on the right here. This one.
Yeah.
I would attempt to cast Thunder here just to get it out of the way.
Especially because he's taking so much damage. All right, so Vix is now on that loop. He's gonna farm for a red jar. No, he just makes one attempt and leaves. Yeah, with how much magic he spent on the life spell, he is gonna come out here with basically no resources anyway. Might as well give Thunder a chance. So now Vic's gonna check right here in the fairy room and find that this dead ends. Vix has checked more paths than Top Life at this point, but we know that they're all useless, and so Top Life theoretically has some amount of advantage. It's just so hard to say, as yeah, Vix runs out of lives, and now he's thinking. He doesn't know. He's like, what way do I possibly have left to go?
When they see that, when they see that Jackmas room, they're both gonna facepalm.
Oh, for sure.
I'm pretty sure it was behind Thunderbird, wasn't it?
I think so. I think Top Life's on the right way. The second time Vix has fallen in that same room. I mean, not a terrible room to cast Fairy in, but
Okay, this must be the right play, because he's definitely not going to go the same way twice. And I'd have to say, even though that Vix Rider has all these extra resources, here's the room. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Alright. Dark Link probably right here. There's no way. There's no way there's any more palace left.
There's only so much palace that can exist. There is a limit.
And that's very interesting, because this forces a game 3, and I think that's do or die, win or go home.
Yep. I think the maximum length of a long GP is 59 rooms.
I always thought it was 64, just like Zelda 1. I thought they made it 64. You know that
so 63 is the technical limitation of the maximum number of rooms, but I don't think the rando can go any higher than like 59.
They count the falling screen as a room.
Well, what it is that exit number 63.
There it is.
Yeah, use Dark Link for top play, but we knew it had to be here. Exit 63 is the exit that takes you outside, and so you can't use that one. Or exit, so it's 0 to 63 is 64 rooms. 63 takes you outside, so you can't use that one. So you get 0 to 62 is 63 total rooms. And GP is in its own bank, so it could use all those rooms for itself. But I think the rando only goes up to 59. As Top Life successfully cheeses his way through Dark Link. Get your GGs in chat.
Well fought, Top Life. Well fought. GGs. Forcing a game 3.
That was an absolute just brawl through GP.
I've been seeing a lot of long GPs lately, and not many short ones.
Yeah, I mean, it's 50-50, but you remember the long GPs forever and ever.
They say it's 50-50, but it seems more like 60-40, you know what I mean? So it looks like DNF from Vix Rider and an official racetime.gg time for Top Life of 1:15:39.
Which, given how awful that GP was, still a real impressive time.
Yeah, absolutely. That GP was trash, and it was a 4-gemmer, so anything under like sub 80, good stuff.
Got Top Life in here. GG, man.
GG's.
That was a GP.
Yeah, and it's not the first one I had tonight either.
You two were you were the first one in GP, but less than a minute ahead.
Okay.
And for the first half of the time in there, you two basically took the same path. But Vix was slowly catching up on you because he had an extra heart and jump and upstab.
Yeah, jump would be nice. But
they were both flute blocked.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't just peek to Temple 2.
Yeah. But the big story early was that you had an early overworld advantage, but you did P6, and that P6 sucked.
Yeah. I just hoped that either P5, P4 would be equal awful.
Yeah.
It's not just that it was awful, I also think if I had cleared it a different order, I would have been faster, even if I still was located in the area.
P4 ended up being kind of average, not great, not terrible, but Vix had to double dip it because there was a glove block pretty early in it, and he went there. He did the palaces in the west all early before going east. And so he had a bit of a double dip in for cost him some, but like I said, it was mainly down to GP, and you both checked just an incredibly large number of rooms.
There was even an upstab block room, and he went through that path, and it led to a dead end.
Yeah, it was like I saw all these drop rooms and etc. So I figured it was a pretty low chance that it was through there, especially since after Thunderbird was so long.
Both drop rooms took you to the same place. The drop that you took and the L7 drop both took you to within a room or two of each other. So all the drops weren't terrible, but they didn't help.
It felt so awful when I recognized it was the same area I'd been to, and then I couldn't exactly pinpoint where it was in GP.
Yeah, well, fortunately for you, Vix basically did the same thing.
He was always a step or two behind you, despite having to jump spell and upstab.
Yeah. I also would have found Dark Link earlier if I hadn't been like, not another waffle room. It's usually I don't think that way, but today I don't know. Of course, it's just random which path is the correct one.
Yeah, and you both took very similar routes initially, diverged a bit towards the end, but you were the first one to remember that down at that junction. I think by the end, Vix had checked every single path in the palace except for that one that was the right one right at the end.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just how it is. You got into GP faster, a little bit better exploration, and now we're going to a game 3.
It wasn't necessarily that I remember it. It was more like, yeah, if I'm going to go through this long path again, I want all my lives. And then I just pick up if there was anything I missed on the way while going there. Because I had no clue how to deal with that blue bird without jump.
Yeah, Trails was talking about how good jump is and the power of jump, and there's a big demonstration there.
Yeah, I mean, knowing the quantum leap is important because it makes a lot of those rooms. You could just one shot there's bricks and just get up top and breeze right through those rooms. And yeah, Vix Rider just I guess doesn't know the strat.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about? The one shot, the where you roll your finger and you end up on the top, and you don't have to jump up and keep jumping.
It's a little bit special there though, because you need to do the jump before doing the extra jump. So if he throws the knives, it's a bit awkward.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty forgiving though. I think it's like a 3 to 5 frame window, so it looks weird when you do it, and when you pull it off, it's like it doesn't feel like it would work, but it works.
I just remember a different game where I tried to do the quantum leap, and every single time he threw 2 or 3 knives when I were landing for next jumps, so I lost all my speed. I couldn't get this enough speed.
Oh yeah, it's tough when there's bird knights throwing knives at you, and yeah, I mean that quantum leap is so important in so many different rooms. There's that room that has the 2 glove blocks on both sides, and then the large enemy or the fairy in the middle. And yeah, you're kind of like locked in this pit with this enemy, and you have to jump up those 3 platforms to break the blocks, and you got to jump at least twice. If you got the jump spell in there, it makes that room free.
No. But yeah, I saw a town which I couldn't reach. I knew there was like the raft tile at Maze Island, which could lead a better position, but
I think the raft led to Death Mountain, if I remember correctly.
oh, so both raft. Okay, 2 things led to death. Okay.
Yeah, I remember Vix Rider sailed on the raft, and I'm pretty sure it put him right next to the Spectacle Rock. I could be getting the I could be getting the.
I landed at Spectacle Rock through a cave connector.
Oh no, that's right. It
bridge?
was the Maze Island Bridge in the top left corner.
Yeah.
I don't remember where the raft took you, but I'm pretty sure Vix took it.
Yeah.
That Maze Island was pretty wild. It had 2 caves, raft tile, and the Maze Island bridge.
Yeah, I felt pretty good when I saw all the connectors at Maze Island and where I found the cave, because that cave could be a bit awkward to find.
Yeah, and you had everything first go around. Like you got the medicine, you got the any key, and you basically swept the entire West. And you were in Maze Island, and I think Vix might have made it to Maze Island before you, but he didn't have the any key, and he didn't have the medicine, so he missed a few caves and had to go back.
No. Yeah, the medicine felt good too, because of fairy. It's not necessarily because of the fairy, but because I got downstab.
Yeah, downstab is really nice, and as soon as he got the all the stuff, the fairy and the any key and downstab, he just started attacking the palaces on the west, which I completely was. Yeah, that's kind of my style. If GP's not on the west and you got what you need besides the glove, try to place a gem or two, because trying to go fast,
Yeah, but it's also very risky without the glove. It's like this. Yeah, of course there's a right answer, but it's very hard to say. You usually have like 3 or 4 items you can reach.
Did you ever step on the cemetery tile? Because there was a hint on the cemetery tile that said glove on east.
No, I didn't. I'm generally not too big of a hint reader, especially if the seed is long. But yeah, that hint would have been good. Not that I don't think it would have mattered at all, because I still would have collected items in the correct or maybe I would have avoided dodging that clearing 6, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I figured, because there's so many gems and you had to clear a lot of stuff anyway, you were just gonna run into it naturally. But yeah, having the hint would have at least let you know, hey, glove is here, so you stuck around a little further to try to find it. Thank God it wasn't behind the whistle.
No. I was more worried about the boots, to be fair, for quite a while. I don't know if they were ever found.
I don't know. I mean, I could try to bust the seat open and see where it is. I mean, there's only a few places it could be. New Kasuto, Death Mountain, P5, and we saw the item in P4. So yeah, just P5, Death Mountain, or there was it couldn't be on the water tile, but wasn't there? Did you guys see Sunken P-Bag Cave? I know you guys saw Risen.
I don't think I saw it.
Yeah, there was only like maybe a handful of places that it could have been. But anyways, what are your thoughts on the seed? You got any final words before we cut?
I generally just these matches and previous matches too is like I am bleeding too much time in GP. I haven't felt comfortable in GP since I made a comeback to Zelda 2.
Yeah, I mean, in these flags in particular, there's a randomization of long and short GP, so it's like a 50-50. We've been seeing a lot of long GPs recently, but it's you definitely got a long GP in this rule, and you ended up persevering, and you came ahead, and you're forcing a game 3. How do you feel about that?
That feels good. Hope for a not so troublesome GP. Then I think I have a decent chance.
Have you two talked out about like a potential when you're going to schedule?
No, we haven't.
Well, we'll be looking forward to watching that race because that's going to be a total banger. If it's anything like the first and second race, I was watching the race I was on the edge of my seat in game 1. You both were in GP, and he just happened on the path to Darklink first, and this is kind of the second thing. Oh shoot, spoilers. But yeah. Anyways, like it was a really exciting race. But I will kick it over to VT Slacker and let him take us out.
Yep, and we will, once they do have that game 3, we'll try to have it on here for you as well. I believe we are trying to get a race together for a 2 o'clock race for, and I don't have the schedule up in front of me, scheduled today, plus also one at 8 o'clock Eastern, of course, adjust for your time zone. Also, definitely want to thank Vix and Toplife for the race they put on today. Back-to-back horrible GPs rolled by me. Also want to thank our commentators, Trails and Elendar. Like I said, we're going to try to get as many of these races we can for you on here, plus races from the other Zelda games as well. I'm going to send you over to Old Man James, who's doing a Zelda 2 Any Keys run, or All Keys run, excuse me. So go cheer them on. And thank you for watching, everybody, and we will see you next time.